Just have to take a quick minute to thank our sponsors, Yellow Dog Paddle, Mackin's Riff and Lips Fishing Trips, NJFishing.com, and 8 Ball Sport Fishing. Also have to thank our supporters, Psycho Jigs, Lip Glue, Nor'easter Hardcore Apparel, Hoggy Time Jigs, The Mimi Sick, and The Gambler. Tiago, as always, my partner, Chris Pereira.
I'm still here.
There he is. Yeah, a lot of shit went down over the past week. Pretty cool stuff. A lot of ice fishing, but a lot of non-ice fishing fish came in too. A couple of the first sucker fish came in from Chuck. I think Fishing with Luke put one in today. The first brook trout came in from John Boss, and today the first tiger muskie came in from Yanetta. So we are starting to see all different kinds of species come in from all over the place. I think Chuck put a walleye in from not ice fishing. So yeah,
he upgraded. Yeah,
he upgraded his walleye, and I could tell by the picture on a bump board it's in a boat, not on the ice. So a lot of different species coming in early. Not even out of the first month here.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at some of the sizes, right? And some people will say, "Oh, that's too small to last even for surprised. A fifth place fish." What?
You'll be very surprised.
Well, yeah. First of all, you'd be surprised. Yeah. Well, look at last year with the tiger muskie, right? That nobody in the contest.
We were fishing for the tiger muskie till the last 4 days of the thing.
Yeah, nobody catch tiger muskie, and then I won first place for tiger muskie with one about that size that Matt caught.
I'm hoping that the whole contest comes down to sucker fish, and there's 50 guys out in the last week going. I went sucker fishing for the first time, and I know you have to basically sight fish them this time of year because they're not going to move that much. But there was no sun. It was snowing like hell, and I got to the river, looked down with my sunglasses, and realized I can't see shit. And I was kind of really screwed. Just ended up being a long hike.
I don't think you don't have to fish them. I mean, if you've seen them there in the past, at this time of the year, chances are they're there right now, even though you can't see them. If you put a bait there and wait long enough, I mean,
that's what from what I researched online, in this time of year, they all congregate to one school. They won't be spread. So you have to find them, which was what I was trying to do, check spots where I seen them before, but I just couldn't see. So, yeah, I'm getting weird already with this shit.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing a sucker fish episode. So, but here's my other point, right? With the, people submitting fish that others will say, "Oh, that's too small, even matter." Right now, periodically through the contest, there's going to be all kinds of prizes given away for, whatever purposes. Some of the times, the prizes are going to go out to anyone holding a position in any whatever spots. Maybe anyone holding a top 5 position in any fish species, someone holding a top 5 position in certain species. And just for example, right, I got a $50 gift certificate here to Sporting Life Bait and Tackle. We're going to give that away through the contest, and we're going to do it to anyone who has a top 5 position at the given time. Will probably do sometime, I don't know, did we decide yet? Either sometime towards the end of February or March or something like that. Basically, for the ice fishing season, if you have a species on the board, top 5, anywhere, there's tons of open spots, right? You could you could put in a short length smallmouth bass right now. You could put in a 13-inch smallmouth bass right now. You'd hold the top 5 position. If anyone holds a top 5 position at whatever time we pick is for this particular prize, is in the drawing for it. Things like that are going to happen throughout the season. Just depends,
without jinxing it, the forecast coming up looks like we're going to get some decent amount of ice fishing coming.
Yeah, and like the whole point is to have fun, like get out, go fishing, get little, compete for little rewards during it. Like it's just supposed to be fun.
Fast Eddie said, best sucker soup wins. Tonight's guest, Shell Bebe, was afraid to come on here because of her stage fright, but only agreed if Scotty Sevens would do it with her, and he agreed. So we have Scotty Sevens and Shell Bebe will be here within 10 minutes. There is a very large warning out tonight for the Aurora Borealis. You have a good chance to see the northern lights tonight. I'm seeing that pop up everywhere if you're interested. I think it looks like a decent shot till midnight. I know Katie Lynn is watching it very closely over Lake Apacon to see if she sees it. I want to see it, so I'll be watching. Like I said, some good, decent ice fishing coming up. Eddie Mackin's Rip and Lips Fishing Trips is already booking his Lake Apacon fishing trips for 2026. Also booking the Red Eye trips. If you're fishing by yourself, he'll take care of that, and pontoon boat rentals. So if you do want to have a spring trip on Lake Apacon, you can call Eddie Mackin. He's open for business already. Suckers are food. I don't know. Jason Uhas is rambling on something about eating suckerfish. Everyone's infatuated.
We're not doing a suckerfish episode.
Chris is getting angered by the suckerfish people, so stop bringing it up. We're gonna go back to warm weather and talk sheepshead and striped bass with Scotty Sevens here. Maybe some blackfish.
That's what you want to talk about? I want to talk about blackfish.
Yeah, I have one question I do want to ask him really bad that I've been saving for him about his
for Scotty Sevens? I'm talking about for Shell.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have some questions for her, too. I don't know if she's going to even answer, though. She may come on here and just not talk at all. We don't know.
Maybe she doesn't show up. If she doesn't show up, we're making Scotty Sevens wear a wig and pretend to be her.
Well, also, before our guests arrive here, speaking of all these different species, Yellow Dog Paddle is for the first time ever offering spring trips on the Delaware River. So he'll be doing his trolling trips on Round Valley Reservoir, where he catches a lot of nice multi-species bags. You could see all the videos online. But now, Delaware River, multi-species trips in the spring, specifically for walleye. But yeah, you could book those with Mike. Limited availability, obviously, because he's busy that time of year at Round Valley, but he does have dates available, so call Yellow Dog Paddle.
Can I just, real quick, I'll get on here, can I just touch back on some more of the prizes? Because we posted this, but it's always surprising to me, like, when you post something and how many people just don't even know it happened. Like, how many people still don't know that this contest is happening, like this season-long pretty much all freshwater species contest plus the added saltwater. Like the amount of people that don't know it even exists is crazy to me. How much gets posted.
We are working hard to get the word out there, but we are becoming annoying. We're becoming too annoying.
I don't. To anyone who it annoys when we say something more than once, just ignore it because we just have to. Because there's always new people that don't see it. It's just the way the internet works. So I'm going to go through two more of our bigger prizes right now.
Yeah, I just got a DM right now from the NJ Multispecies Podcast Facebook. How I need help entering the contest. See, yeah, I mean, it is unbelievable, but it is still going on. There are still people trying to get in. We do not mean to be annoying about it, but we are doing our best with it.
Well, this is new, right? It's so new that it just has to be talked about. It has to be talked about. It has to be, spread. We need, like, if anyone that enjoys the concept of this multi-species type of season-long contest where all fish are, worth something per se. Anyone who thinks that's a cool concept, even if you, for some reason, still don't want to join and participate for $35, spread the word, because it just has to be done. It's the only way it's going to grow, and it's the only way it's going to get better. Like
Katie Lynn commented, it's all about the prizes for her. Kevin Glenn just commented 3 new members today.
Right. It's slowly growing. It's all good. Like it's doubled the amount of participants.
Fast like said, cha.
And just, yeah. No, John Grabaguni's never going to enter. He doesn't support it.
He is never going to participate in anything but he did buy a hat though. He has a hat. I don't know if we've seen him in it. No, we've never seen him in it, but we know he has one.
All right. Well, that's something. But anyway, the club is just so everyone's very clear on this, the club is 100% like, not to sound cliche, but like it's by the anglers for the anglers. Like nobody's making any money off of this. Nobody's like dictator in this. Nobody, like, we take everyone's opinions all the time, listen to everything everyone says. Doesn't mean it's going to happen what you want to happen, because there's just certain reasons some things can't happen or can't happen yet. But the point is, it's supposed to be for everyone. It's supposed to be enjoyable. It's supposed to be for everyone. And it's supposed to be, something that can grow to something. Without the prizes, like Katie Lynn said, she's in it for the prizes. Yeah, it's great. Like a lot of people want to win prizes. There's only so much prizes we can have until it grows bigger. The more people that participate, the more prizes become available. The more people that, enter the club and pay the $35 to be in the club, the bigger the pot is. Like I said, it's just 100% goes back into the prizes anyway. So just so I get to it, because I think they're ready to come in. But just real quick, the one big prize that we have that's going to be going out soon in a couple months is the free salmon or brown trout charter trip up on Lake Ontario with King's Ransom Sport Fishing, donated by the owner, Scott Tarnowski. We've decided that we're going to this trip is going to go out to anyone who holds a top 5 position in any of the salmonoid species, trout, salmon, so landlocked salmon, brown trout, rainbow trout, brook trout, lake trout. If you hold a top 5 position on, what date did we pick? Was it, I think June 15th?
Oh, is it?
No, I think we push it back. So you have until June 15th. Okay. On June 15th, like at midnight, at the end of June 15th, like that day, at that moment, if you hold a top 5 position in any of those species, and we'll post this again, only those people go into the raffle to win this trip. Lake Ontario, salmon or brown trout.
The captain wants it that way.
He kind of said we could do what we wanted, but then he had some stipulations. So he
wants it to be trout and stuff. He wants someone to actually fish for that one.
So so basically you don't have to be like the best. You don't have to have the biggest fish, but you do have to do something. You have to earn your way onto the raffle, basically. But
the membership fee is $35 a year for everyone that's writing that. It's $35 a year. And we're also, along with that trip, we got a kayak. We just posted the video from Lord Almighty's donating his kayak that he doesn't like.
I think he used it once or twice.
So, all kinds of stuff will continue rolling. But, yes, $35 a year to be a member. That's, if you want to fish for one fish, you can. If you want to go for all of it, you also can do that.
I think they're good.
I see one. We have one in the lot. We're going to back out the lobby, try to get the guests in. We'll be right back with Shell Bebe and Scotty Sevens. All right, so we are back. We do have our 2 guests here. Our first guest is a very avid black fisher woman from the tri-state area, pretty well known. Shell Bebe, welcome to the NJ Multispecies podcast.
Hi.
Now, we know you were nervous to come on here, and you wouldn't come on unless there was a stipulation that Scotty Sevens came on with you, and he has agreed to that. So also back again is and for the first time live, we have Scotty Sevens.
What's going on, guys?
Scotty, welcome back, man.
Yeah, it's good to see you both, actually. Yeah. I actually love the live format.
I know you do. You always
yeah. Yeah.
You had just come on, I think maybe a couple episodes before we started doing the live stuff, and you seemed kind of like, oh, what the hell? Like, now you're live? Like, now I gotta wait to come back on?
No, I don't know. It's just fun. You know what I mean? I always was a fan of doing the live. I'm just grateful to be that you guys think enough of me to have me back on. So I appreciate that.
You can come on every episode if you want. What about Shell Bebe? How is she doing with the live?
I'm good with it right now.
She's already smoked like 27 cigarettes to gain the to cut back the anxiety.
For anyone who hasn't seen any past episodes with Scotty Sevens, he kind of has a very niche guide service where he goes for giant sheepshead in New Jersey. Shelbebe loves sheepshead like me. I'm guessing that's how you guys met each other.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you don't know about that, you could go back and look at the prior Scotty Sevens episodes. That'll explain everything he does.
Awesome. And I knew Chris was going to be doing this. I knew he was going to be doing this. So I brought this just to ward off that don't put that evil on me. Don't bring that evil in here, Chris.
I'm just having a snack, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just eating a banana snack.
Yeah.
So, Chris, what are your questions for? I know you have Blackfish questions you've been waiting to ask Shell Bebe.
All right, so Shell, here's my big thing, right? So I don't know how many trips you do a year, or if it seems like you post whether you do really well or whether it's an okay day. Like you got like truthful reports that go out on your page, right? So you go a pretty good amount. But that being said, the success you have on, in particular, the bigger boats, like the party boats and stuff, that's always kind of impressed me. And there just seems to be a completely different style of fishing that you need to do to be consistently successful on the bigger boats versus the smaller boats. Like guys will say, "Oh no, it's just like a numbers game. Like you're fishing with more people," and I don't know. I don't really buy it. So I wanted to ask your opinion on that, just because of how many trips you do on both 6-pack, smaller boats, bigger boats too. But your success rate is high in both.
To be honest, I cannot explain the difference between the two because I fish the same I fish the same on both boats, but I think maybe it's because I've done it a lot and I'm always on Jamaica too. So every time people ask me how do I catch these fish, or I'm on Osprey, I just say luck because people can say that it's not luck, but a lot of it is being in the right spot. I've fished on smaller boats with, some heavy hitters, and I could be getting bites left and right, and they're getting zero. So, I don't know how to explain it. I don't. I hate moving. Like, even if the entire boat on the port side is getting bites, and ask anybody that has fished with me, they're like, why are you still fishing on this side? I just don't move because I feel like if I move, someone's going to come to that spot and catch a fish. I don't know why I think like that, but I feel like if I move from that spot, someone is just going to jump right in that spot and they're just going to pull up a fish. I think that would just, I would be so mad if I left it. But I'm literally on one side and I'm getting zero bites, and everybody's at least getting short bites opposite of me. And they're like, move down there, move down. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to stay right here. So
that usually works out for you, I guess. I mean, obviously.
Sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't. But I mean, like I said, it's I'll stay in the same spot, I'll fish that spot all day. And I fish the same way on a smaller boat and the bigger boat. I think it's because I've done it so many times on a party boat that I'm just used to fishing on a party boat than I am on a smaller boat. On a smaller boat, I feel it's easier because we're right on top of the spot.
Yeah, I had to ask this question because I have to bring Scotty back into it. If you had first of all, Tizzy Cregan said you're an inspiration for women to go blackfishing. If you had the choice of only one, would you pick Blackfish or Sheepshead?
Probably. I don't know. I don't know because
She's lying.
That Sheepshead in shallow water. My God, and light tackle. There's difference between the two when you're fishing for tog and when you're fishing for Sheepshead.
Yeah, but there's tog in the mix too. You get to catch.
Yeah, there is.
It's not the same though. That Sheepshead fight on that light tackle. My God, and then when you're deep with a tog and it's a big tog, it's a totally different feeling on both. It is. But when I did catch my first Sheepshead, I was just like, man, this is so much better than tog.
They are amazing.
It is amazing.
She was hooked immediately.
I was.
Run to the back of the boat. You have to run to the back of the boat as fast as you can.
What's that? I didn't hear.
As soon as you hook, as soon as you know it's a Sheepshead, you're telling you move to the back of the boat. You're running.
Run to the back. Run to the back.
You kind of stay still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, the consensus is the Sheepshead are just stronger, better fighters than Blackfish, even like pound for pound taken into consideration, or what are we saying here?
If I could jump in, it's a totally different game and a totally different mindset in general. You know what I mean? Where like I hate to say it, but like tog, yes, you are hunting for tog, but with Sheepshead, I feel like is like a true hunt, and it's a precision fishery. You know what I mean? If you're off by inches, like you will not get bit. You know, and those fish could be there. But it's a game of obsessing on the details, and it's a precision fishery. That's like the best way to put it. You know what I mean? I like fishing for both. I really do. I'm not as I catch a lot of tog, but I only have like say one double-digit blackfish under my belt. You know, so I don't really get out and do a lot of like direct togging.
None.
Mm-hmm.
I have 0, so that's not bad.
Really?
Did that come out of the back bay, or you went out for that one?
No, I ran my boat 16 miles offshore, my little bay boat, and funny thing is, and I'm approaching the wreck fishing as a backwater guy would. So I dropped down a real light jig with a Mac Daddy Asian crab. And I'm telling you, as soon as it hit the bottom, got smoked. And like, it almost happened so fast that like, I was like, is this really happening right now? So yeah, that fish ran me back down to the bottom 3 or 4 times. However, I did capture some pictures of some giant backwater, what I would refer to as giant back bay tog this year. Some 8 pounds in the 8-pound range, and one for sure that was definitely over 10. And for the back bay, that's some really big tog, you know?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you if you ever saw a double-digit tog like all the way back there, you know, in the back.
I got some on camera that I truly believe, and I verified, you know, like people tend to exaggerate things. I exaggerate things like the size of fish. It's really hard to tell. But I sent it off to a couple like really trusted tog fishermen, and their consensus was pretty right on with that. But I will say this: I was shallow water togging one day in the back bay, and it happens, I don't know, a dozen times a year where I'll have a striper come up and try to eat the tog right next to the boat. And I hooked this little 13, 14-inch female tog. And I was like, oh my God, it's in like 5 feet of water. I was like, oh my God, that's a bass trying to eat, followed it up, tried to eat the tog. But no, it was like a massive double-digit male that followed this baby female right up to the next to the boat. It was wild, man.
That's
absolutely
cool.
Wild.
The question I wanted to ask, and Shell Baby could answer this too. Scotty, I know you love the spinning gear. That's usually what you give out to customers. But is there ever a time when you'll drop like a low profile Lexa baitcaster or a Tranks and use that for more power on these fish?
So I do have people, I do have a few people that like to try and do that. I'm not knocking a baitcaster or a low profile baitcaster. I personally, I don't use them very much. There was one or two people that brought them out. And a lot of it's the rod, really. You know what I mean? The rod is the biggest thing, where they had, because a lot of like those baitcaster setups, like, you could fish a 1 ounce jig, or you could fish like, you could drop down like a 8 ounce, 10 ounce sinker with, like, has such a wide range. Where when we're fishing for the sheeps, I'm using rods that are rated max, like some of my favorite rods, to 5/8. So it's extremely light rods that I prefer. And there was one or two people that had baitcasters on an extremely light rod like that, and they actually did very well with it. So I'm not knocking baitcasters for them at all. It's not what I prefer, but I feel like it's more the rod than anything.
That's a good answer. Shell, with you, when it comes to a good jig bite, if you're out on the Jamaica too, are you grabbing a spinning setup or a low pro baitcaster?
When I'm fishing shallow, that's the only time I'll use a spinning rod. But when I'm out on the boat, I love baitcasters. Okay. That's the only thing. I've tried it. I try it every once in a while, but my go-to, and it's only because I was taught this way, because I only started fishing maybe like 5 years ago, and I've learned on J2. So when I was taught, he started me on a baitcaster. Like when he started teaching me, I was doing fluke, and he handed me a couple of rods for me to try out, and he tried me out on a baitcaster, and I really liked it. And he tried me out on a spinning rod one day, and I absolutely hated it. I can't fish with this thing. So the only time I use a spinning rod is if I'm from land, or only from land, or something shallow. That's it.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I didn't learn it like you did, but I don't know, I just tried it one day and just thought this just seems much better for most things. But that being said, having gone with Scotty to do what he does, I don't think I would choose it for that. Like Scotty said.
See, the only I had a couple. I lost a couple sheepshead because I didn't get the line back in the reel seat where it should have been, and then the bail popped open when I set the hook. And in my head, I'm saying if I had my low pro Tranks with me, this would never happen again. That's the only reason I thought about that.
Yeah,
I'm sure, like Scotty, you probably have a lot of customers that make that mistake.
Yes, I have to say it probably happens like maybe 24 times a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's and it depends on the reel too. Like some of the higher end reels, you know, they'll are very good at like seating the line in the roller and everything, you know, but I don't know. Yeah, it's just like a flaw or a flub that happens. It happens so often. I can't even tell you how many fish have been lost from that exact scenario.
I think I lost 2 or 3 because I did it.
Mhm. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. And
That's
and the other weird part is on that note, not to step on you, but a lot of people are like, "Oh, what the f?" You know what I mean? I'm like, real, because that fish might still be there. You know what I mean? And there's been a lot of vacations where, you know, if that were to happen, uh, don't get pissed. Just keep real and keep fighting. Get tight as quick as you can because there is a chance that the fish might still be there.
Shell, when you went sheepshead fishing, did that happen to you at all?
Many times.
It did. Oh, I wanted to
It
make
didn't
fun of
happen to
Joe,
you,
but
Chris,
you
at
just
all?
no. I mean, I
You
know what you're
know-
talking about. Like, I've been so conditioned to put my finger and smack that line over. Like long time ago, I was like traumatized by that happening. I don't think that ever happened to me again.
I was so excited about like knowing there was a sheep's head there. I wasn't paying attention at all to the reel, and I would go set the hook, and it would pop the bell, and I'd be, oh God, again? I think my brother-in-law who came with me that like doesn't fish did it less than I did, I think. But yeah,
So
Scotty, while you're here and we can
yeah,
put you on the spot in front of people, can you like book me in for 2026 so I know I'm good to go?
I got you.
I
I
need to
got
get
you
my
on the
spots
list.
with Scotty first.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I have you on. I definitely got you on the list, and I
thank
felt
you.
so bad with Chris and Chuck. By the
Yeah.
time they got to me, like I just unfortunately like the only time that I could find for them was on the cusp of the end of the season, and it just couldn't make it happen. But I definitely got you guys this year. So I'm paying attention to some of the chat here too, and I just wanted to respond to Dan Bias Jr. Talking about high sticking. And so that's also that is like a huge issue, especially when it comes to sheepshead. It seems like when Chell, correct me if I'm wrong, but like a lot of people like togging, I'll see them high stick to get that hook set and get that fish up as high as they can real quick and then crank down. When people do that, as far as sheepshead fishing goes, where they'll set the hook really high. As soon as they drop the rod tip, that hook pops right out of their mouth. Because I would say a good 85 to 90% of the fish that we land, as soon as I net them or the fish hits the deck, the jig pops right out. Unless you have them like around the jawbone, but that's not the case at all. So like high sticking, especially for sheeps, that's like another big issue or problem or fail that I'll say that is like one of those. It's just one of those nuances that you just have to dial into and like hyper focus on.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And now you also tag a lot of sheepshead. You tagged somewhat
Yep.
with me while I got tagged one
Oh
for my
yeah,
birthday.
with Jose. Yeah, and yeah, we tagged one of yours too. Emma, I believe.
Yeah, Emma, you
Mhm.
remember that? Wow.
I do.
With all the tagging data that you're seeing and the fish that you're tagging, how much longer do you think it's going to be before the state steps in and puts some regulations on these fish?
Dude, I don't even know. I really don't. And there's
Are they even looking at it at all? Like, is anyone looking at it?
You have Rutgers that are looking into it and doing some tagging and research. Is it going anywhere? No. Is
Just so for anyone listening that doesn't know what I'm talking about, they're unregulated in New Jersey, so they're not really recognized as, and they're so someone could go out and just kill as many as they want, which
yes, or as big as they want. I just feel like it's going to be a very, very long time. And to be honest with you, I feel like the fishery is already in trouble, and I've really seen it over the last few years. With the amount of people that are getting into it, or have figured it out. It used to be like a really, like, I'll say a well-kept secret, but it's just really gotten blown up in popularity for
Can you blame them? Can you blame them? I mean, it's so cool. Like, I've never done it. I've been fishing most of my life, and that's like one of the coolest fishing trips, if not my favorite ever, here in New Jersey. So you really can't blame them because it's just that awesome.
Yeah, it's just what a lot of the people are doing with the fish is the problem. You know,
that's where the regulations could help.
Yeah, and they're probably, like, what the state of New Jersey would probably do is you can keep anything over 12 inches. Well, I believe that's the exact wrong thing to do. I feel like if they did regulate them, there should be like a really heavy slot limit on the fish. You know what I mean? To release all those big breeders. I think that is like I can't even stress the importance of that.
Well, yeah, it's a really niche. I don't know if that's the right word for it. But
no,
it
is.
Niche
You're right.
Fishery because
is that breeding going on in New Jersey, or does that happen out of state?
It's absolutely, they're absolutely breeding and spawning in New Jersey 1,000%.
And so it's you've said it on other episodes, like it's like towards the top, the northern section of their migration, and that's why we get so many big ones, but we don't have as many as other places like Florida or wherever. Because of that, for that reason alone, like you just said, that normal regulation of, all right, you can keep them over whatever size. It's just not, that's not what it needs. Like you said,
it's not
for that reason.
It's not the way to approach it at all. They need to approach it like the way they approach this striped bass regulations. You know what I mean? That's my feeling on it. But
I unfortunately, if you asked me, I don't really have the confidence that they're ever going to do anything, and if they do something, it's not going to be the right thing.
Me neither.
But so what I will say is that anyone that hears this or knows what's going on, those are the types of guys that would follow the regulations anyway, right? Instead of waiting for any kinds of regulations and hoping they're the right ones, take it upon yourself, right, to just do common sense things. Release the bigger fish. You want to keep a smaller one every now and then, one or two smaller ones. Okay. Release the bigger fish, respect the fishery. It's the only way if individual anglers,
it's selective harvest. And the problem is that mentality, unfortunately, does not exist in the majority of fishermen. And that's just the fact of the matter.
Jen Wong writing in, Scotty needs to help him get his first sheepshead. Jen, if you need someone to go with you, I'll go with you. I'll go 2 times.
Oh yeah. Oh, what's up, Jan? I got to hang out with him and say what's up at the show this past weekend. It was good to see. Yeah.
Was he wearing? You see his leather jacket?
I did not. No.
No. How about his bling?
Was he carrying a pineapple with him?
No, no pineapple. Speaking of pineapples, Chell, did you happen to see their pineapple or their banana video?
No, I didn't.
That they posted. Oh my God! I wish
Uncle
we could.
Rich.
I wish we could roll that right now.
Uncle Rich doesn't have the internet, so he's not here watching this.
So Chell, first of all, I was triggered. Second of all, I was dying. I was in tears laughing about this. Yeah, and there we go. So we have Chris who doesn't believe in the curse of the forbidden fruit. And we have Joe that's equally as triggered as I am.
Well,
and
we got out there on the river. It was freezing and windy. We caught nothing. And I think I had snagged something I brought up. It was a giant rock. And then John Dorn yelled fish on. He's fighting something, gets it up. It's a toilet gasket from a toilet. And then just out of the corner of my eye, I see Uncle Rich eating a banana, and I just lost it. And the camera was rolling, and he's like, "You better not put it on the internet." And now it's on the internet. He doesn't even know it's on the internet.
Viral.
Yeah. Oh, it's viral. It's viral.
It is viral.
Come on, let's be honest. Shell. But do you believe this thing? I won't say it just out of respect to Scotty Sevens. He'll probably sign off if I say the word.
He brought a counteractive measure.
I've seen bananas on head boats. I see them all the time. I see people eating them
on the boat, and they do just fine, right?
And
oh no.
So Shell has no problem with people eating bananas on fishing boats.
Have you tried to bring one on Scotty Sevens' boat?
No, I would not bring a banana on anybody's smaller boat because I just don't know how they feel about that. I don't know how they feel about that.
Does it matter the size of the boat, like versus the fruit? Like if I bring a whole bunch of bananas,
no one will know. Like no one will know on a head boat unless I start eating. Like Scotty would know if I just broke out.
No, someone's gonna see it even on a head boat. No.
Now there's so many pineapples.
Do you go in the bathroom to eat the banana? Like what?
I don't bring the fruit.
People know pineapple vibes only.
Pineapple vibes, Chris.
Yeah.
There are little pineapple emojis all over the chat now.
Yeah. So, but Joe, you experience the pineapple vibes, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're a believer.
You gotta believe.
I mean, you had pineapples on my first trip with you, that one trip that we got to go on. And, I mean, we caught some fish, but it wasn't that good. What happened?
No, and guess what? If I didn't have those, it probably would have been a skunk.
All right. I can't argue that, but I used to have this buddy, no joke. He passed away now, but he used to, like, he was so against the banana curse, like, the people who believe in the banana curse, he thought it was so ridiculous. He would just he'd be aggressive about it. I'm kind of like Shell. Like I won't bring the banana because I know most people will have an issue with it, and I don't need to eat the banana. So, but he would be the opposite. He would like shove it in their face. Like he'd bring like a bunch of bananas, and he'd crack it open and be eating it. He'd rip like the peel off and use it on like his AV jig for like, as like the trailer for the AV jig and like be catching bluefish and stripers on it and stuff. Yeah, he was just obnoxious about it, but I always thought it was hilarious. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think I buy into it, but
John Boss commented that he let his son sunburn because he wouldn't let banana boat sun lotion onto his boat.
That's horrible.
John, you may be contacted by Dyfus for that comment.
I agree. I don't even want that type of sun lotion on my boat.
Jeez. I mean, you'll literally like what? Like, what if they already rubbed it on their skin? You're going to send them home?
No.
It's now become the banana episode. That's it. It's the banana episode.
No, but I have to commend you for that gem of a video. I can't believe that whole thing was caught on tape. I'm telling you, man, I still watch it and still crack up because it was just that funny.
What's kind of upsetting to me, though, is how much work goes into these amazing fishing videos, and they get 18 viewers, and then Uncle Rich eating a banana does 1 million, no problem. Like, it's just ridiculous. It shows you how ridiculous the internet is.
Uh-huh.
I say it all the time. It's a ridiculous place, but
The best one was the raccoon walking in a circle. That was the best. We posted
it's all
that.
just so dumb.
I remember that.
Dude, I think you should have included in the video, made it a little bit longer, and included like you guys reeling up the toilet gasket and the rock.
I didn't have the I didn't have I tried to do that, but I didn't have the toilet gasket. It got out of the video somehow.
Oh, gee,
I wanted to do that. Yeah. Someone
Yeah.
just asked Shell, what is your preferred technique when you release deep water giant tog?
Technique to release deep water?
Yeah, how you let them go with extra care.
Yeah, I mean, deep water tog, if we pull them up, I'm releasing them right into the sink so someone to make and cut them up.
Oh, okay.
They're done, right?
They're not going to make it.
So I guess you're answering her question by saying they really can't be released.
No, they're done. It's a done deal.
I think you can kind of tell usually. I mean, and then if you did try to throw it back, it would just float.
Yeah.
Right, I'm always, saying, can we try at least? And they always say, we'll try. So they've done it many times for me because, I mean, I'm not going to eat it. I mean, someone will, but if I can let it go and it could live, I would let it live. Even like when I'm on John's boat, anything that's like even 8 sometimes, 8, 9s, I'm just like, I don't want them. I'd rather throw it back. Like even with Scott, I would love to try Sheepshead because I heard they're absolutely delicious. Mm-hmm. But every time I pull one up and Scotty says, or at the end of the day, he's like, do you want to keep one? I look at how beautiful this fish is and I just cannot freaking kill it. If I pull one up and I know it's not going to live, then yeah. But I mean, every time I look at it, I'm just like, I can't do it. It's too pretty.
The way the sun hits them, they have like purple and all this. It's amazing.
I want to eat one though. I mean, because I heard they're delicious.
Scotty, have you ever eaten one?
So I am not a fish eater at all. Like I would never go out to a store, a restaurant, and order fish. The only place that I'll eat fish is fish tacos in the Florida Keys, and that is it. I ate my first fish out of the Back Bay ever. This past May, and it was a sheepshead. Made tacos out of it, and I was like, God damn! If I knew that they tasted like that,
wait, what kind of fish was it?
You're not helping.
You're not one.
Yeah, I ate one.
Oh, yep. Wow!
You're not helping.
I know.
I know.
Triggerfish. I want to catch triggerfish too.
Yeah, they're a strange bird, man. They'll be in there like heavy for a week, and then they'll disappear like entirely. You know what I mean? There is ways that you can get them to like come out. Like I know like clam chum. If you put out like a bag of clam chum, you can a lot of times get them in a frenzy where they even come all the way up off the bottom and like they're eating like the clam slick. You know what I mean?
Someone just asked if you had any luck with the tunas this year. I saw you post some pretty amazing comment of some giant bluefins that jumped very close to your boat.
Yeah, I had a lot around me this year, but to be honest with you, like most of my trips, like I wasn't like fishing for myself. You know what I mean? Like I always have a tuna rod on the boat, and a lot of those videos that you saw were like we were bassing. I had people on the boat, and it's just like I don't know. And somebody will probably call me an idiot for saying this, but like when they're blowing through those bunker pods like that, I don't know. I feel like it's really hard to get an eat out of them. You know what I mean? And the days that I did have an opportunity to go out, it was like entirely too rough. You know what I mean? Like the day, yeah. I got to tell you, Hurricane Erin, to me, just from my point of view, changed the entire trajectory of like the entire of the fall. It just seemed like the whole weather pattern switched when we got hit with Hurricane Erin, and it brought on an early fall, and it just was the wind was just seemed like it was a nightmare this entire fall. What do you
It
guys?
was.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah, I feel like the weather is, and you know what's the worst part is it seems like the forecasters are getting worse and worse at
Terrible.
forecasting the weather, and I'd like to just you want to just say like, oh, they're what idiots, like they don't know how to do their job, but like something changed. There's something that's now harder to predict, or something had to happen in the weather in general,
yeah,
unless it's just the fact that computer systems are doing a lot more of the work now and people are relying on them too much. I don't know. But
yeah.
yeah, the weather is temperamental, like just unpredictably temperamental, more so than usual, it seems like the last couple of years. And
Yeah.
yeah, the forecasts are terrible.
But I even remember like even last fall having so many great days on the water where like um like you're greeted with slick like good fishable days, and even going back like the last few years, like having decent weather. There was just something about this fall that was just really gnarly, man. I mean, it seemed like there was a period of almost 2 weeks straight, like where you just couldn't get out this fall, you know?
Oh yeah, it was bad.
It was terrible. I'm sure Shell had 100 blowouts. We did too. Every trip was
Yeah.
blown out.
I
Guys,
went 1 for 8 on like winter tog trips,
I
like
went
terrible.
0
And
for
last
7.
year wasn't any better. But
And one of
before,
them was because of a boat problem. It wasn't even weather.
well, yeah. I don't even
Yeah,
check
like
I mean, maybe the weather wasn't good either. I have no idea. I'm assuming it wasn't because it never is. But
I want to. I want to. You got something left?
I
Chris?
just one more because I know you're gonna like start wrapping it up soon. But I just wanted to ask Shell, bring her back in. I always like when a female angler comes on, like, and they're just as proficient as any male angler and all that. I just always like to ask them a similar question. It's just like what's your experience like going? Because like I hate this like stigma or stereotype, whatever you want to call it. Like it's a man's like sport or activity, right? I hate that, and you've clearly broken through it, like many women have. You just ignore that and you just do it because you like to do it and you fit right in. Just like for any females that watch this or hear about it or see your page or whatever, like, well, what would you tell them? They really like fishing. They really want to get into it. They're kind of intimidated by this, this stereotype or stigma, whatever you want to call it, that like fishing is a guy's thing.
It comes to that individual person, because you really don't have to care what everybody thinks. And what's hard is that a lot of people nowadays worry about what everybody thinks. And I'm just the type of person that could care less. Like if no one speaks to me on the boat, or if everybody talks to me on the boat, I could care less either way, because I'm out there for me and I just go out there to fish. Whether people speak to me or not, it doesn't matter. I'll speak to anybody on the boat. But I mean, if they don't, they don't. If they do, they do. I feel like they just have to come over it themselves to not care, because like I said, a lot of people worry about what everybody else is thinking. Oh, he thinks that I can't fish, or they're going to think that. Who cares? Like, I get on a boat, get to my spot, get what I need to get, and I just fish.
And
And
let me ask you this too. Just I'm kind of just playing devil's advocate, trying to put myself in the position of like a female angler that is intimidated by this. So, like, what if they're worried about like, let's say you start, and I'm sure this has happened to you because it happens when there's just guys around. Like someone who's newer at fishing, if they start out fishing the guy who's fished for 30 years and they're like, they've fished for 2 years, they start getting like, an attitude, start, like, I don't know, whatever happens. But I got to imagine if you, a female angler, start out fishing the guys next to you, you ever get like an attitude or someone like starts acting like a jerk off?
Yeah, I've been on boats where people claim that I brought fish on the boat, that I had a live well. I had a live well on the boat. Yeah, it's ridiculous. There's people that said that, like, because I've won pools, and when I win pools, they're like, oh, she had a fish upstairs. Oh, someone gave her the bigger fish, and her fish didn't win. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Blackfish
But do I
farm.
care? I don't care. I mean, I literally caught this cod at the last minute that won the pool. I mean, it was last minute. It was so last minute. There was only a couple people outside, and everybody, because they already it was it. They were collecting fish to cut, and everybody was inside, and I passed it out, and before it even hit the bottom, a cod hit. I reeled it up. There was even the mates were like cleaning up, like grabbing all the stuff, and I literally I put it over. I brought it over the rail without a net, and I was like, can I keep this? Because I didn't know if it was in season, because the whole craziness with the cod, whatever miles out and shit like that. So I was able to keep it, and I won the pool, and it just broke out this whole thing that I work, because I was on this boat all the time. So they're like, she can't win. She works on this boat. And it was like, she doesn't work on this boat. And they're like, oh, she doesn't pay. So she doesn't. And I'm a regular customer. And then after that, it was, I had a live well upstairs, or I had a live well somewhere on the boat. I was like, this is freaking nuts.
You're like the patsy. You're the patsy for the boat.
Right.
You funnel all the money back into the boat. Like, what?
Funny, and
He hides weights and fish.
Yeah, you just don't care. That's all. Like I come out for fun. I mean, I'm not trying to be a professional togger or a fluker or what. It's just nice to be out on the water. And also I have to say that when you get on a boat, like you have to get on a boat where the mate and the crew, or like Scotty, like when you get on a boat and like going on with Scotty, we felt comfortable. Like, I mean, he taught us how to catch, because it was our first time. It was me and Eddie's first time catching sheepshead. And just like it was my first time like fishing on a head boat by myself, and the mate like said, he taught me. And I think it all comes down to the customer service on the boat, and the captain and stuff, your experience on the boat. Now, if you're just there's a female person that goes on the boat by herself and she doesn't feel comfortable, or the crew is not helping, or I mean, she gets that first impression of being alone and feeling like an outcast, because the mates nobody's helping her, she's not getting customer service, or the men are treating her bad. Of course she's going to have a bad experience, but I think it comes all together when you have like the crew helping you, and the like other people on the boat are just as nice. Because I mean, I'm sure you guys been on head boats where it's really cliquey, where like I'm not going to.
We're from the Atlantic Highlands is like the most clickiest ever. That's where like I'm from.
I could say there's boats, and there's boats out where I fish in that area. They're very cliquey. So it's like you get on the boat and it's like it's all about them, and no one's paying attention to you. So I feel like the customer service takes a lot too. So a female, or even if it's a male, anybody going on for the first time, I feel like that experience is gonna jumpstart how you're gonna feel about fishing.
Yeah,
a lot of people said great answer.
Good job with that, Joe. I just wanted to add, like, I am one of the biggest supporters of women in the fishing community. I really am. One of my favorite things to do is guide for women, because 9 out of 10 times they do better than the men. They really do, and that's no lie. And I really love seeing women kick ass in what I'll say is a more of like a man dominated sport. I applaud that all day long. I really do. And I love it when seeing guys get uncomfortable or mad because like a woman is doing well or caught big fish or won the pool. I would just say for all you girls out there, feed off that because feed off that. Feed off that.
Hey, like if
What's that?
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
I didn't hear.
No, we didn't hear what you said.
No, I think women are a lot more patient when it comes
Yes, they are.
We take in and guys are just like, I can do this. But like we're a lot more patient when it comes to like togging. Like
maybe at togging, women at home I don't think are more patient.
My wife steals all my fish. If I bring my wife fishing, I don't get to catch anything.
Because you guys are out fishing and they're at home.
I'm glad you had a good experience first time you went with Scotty because he touched me with a pineapple the first time I came with him.
Scotty, I'm booked for 2026. It's on YouTube now with a lot of witnesses, so you can't get out of it. I'm in.
I'm not getting out of it.
I have to thank the both of you guys for coming on here.
I love it.
Scott, everyone, you could look up Sevens Fishing to follow him on all the platforms. He's on everything.
Well, that's just on Facebook. My Facebook business page is Sevens Fishing, but my Instagram is Scotty Sevens.
And what's your TikTok? Is that Scotty Sevens too?
Scotty Sevens too, and
YouTube.
And YouTube is Scotty Sevens too.
Okay, so Scotty Sevens, except on Facebook, it's
Sevens Fishing. And I'm debating on changing that as well. So just so it's all equal across the board, but we'll see.
You ain't hard to find.
And Shell, you're mainly on Instagram, correct? Do you even have Facebook? I couldn't even tag you. Do you?
You know her real name isn't Shell Bebe, right?
I have no idea what her real name is.
No, her real name is Shell Bebe.
Why is she muted?
Yeah.
You can hear.
No.
You're muted, I think, Shell. I think you're muted.
No, I can hear him, unfortunately.
You could hear her?
Shell
Bebe, talk.
Oh.
No, she's muted.
She muted herself. All right, we're going to say goodbye. Thank both of you so much for coming on. Scotty, I'm sure you'll be back again.
Yeah, I love it, guys. Thank you.
Oh, we appreciate you being here. Well, you're welcome back anytime.
Yeah, this is a fun one.
Even though you can't talk to us now, thank you so much for coming.
Now it's working. Yeah.
There she is. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it so
Thanks
much.
for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, guys.
Did you want to plug anything before you left? Any of those?
We didn't get your
awesome
Instagram.
boats you go on?
For
or
me?
Instagram? Yeah.
My Bebe's Fishing on Instagram, and my Facebook is Shell Bebe.
There you go.
You could shout out some of the boats that you like going on too, if you want.
Sevens Fishing. That's her boat.
Besides Scotty, it's all through. Scotty already is booked up for 2026, but
me too. I'm with you.
I go on Jamaica too, and I like you guys are with me on No Limit for the spring togging. So hopefully we'll catch some double digits there.
I've never gone out of Maryland before. It's my first time.
No, this is out of Delaware, but he is.
Oh, Delaware. I knew it was a different state.
For the umpteenth time.
You don't even want to know how many times I corrected him with that.
I don't know if Delaware and Maryland's a different state yet. I still can't figure that out.
Oh my God.
No, but John, just so you know, John is doing trips out of VA where the big togger out there. So if you guys want dates, just message me. I know he's going to hit VA for like a couple weeks to do some togging.
Is this April?
For February.
In February.
Oh. Holy shit.
I got a lot of
right.
ice fishing to do. I don't know.
Guys, look, Scotty, you should come up here ice fishing.
Dude, I'm actually dying to do it. I really
Do
am.
it. Come on up. By
Yeah,
this
I would
weekend,
love
we'll
to.
have ice everywhere.
When we invite people to come do this, we're not
Yeah.
just saying it to be nice.
Yeah,
Well,
Seriously.
I appreciate that. Let's text about it because I would be interested in doing
Oh,
it.
yes,
All right.
we're going ice
Yeah.
fishing with Sevens this weekend. Let's go. All right, guys. Thank you both so much for coming on here. Hope
You're
to see
very
you both
welcome.
again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Much love,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
See ya.
Later,
See ya.
guys.
Pineapple vibes only.
Pineapple
All right.
vibes.
Once you leave, I'm finishing the banana.
All right. So, yeah, two awesome guests as usual. I think that was Scotty Sevens' third or fourth time on here. Like I said, if you want to go back, the past episodes get much more in-depth into the actual sheepshead fishing. Chris had gone with him. My wife surprised me with a trip for my birthday. It was an amazing experience. I also, before we go, I have to give credit to 8-Ball Sport Fishing out of Point Pleasant. Multi-Species Mayhem Saltwater Division opens April 1st. The mate of 8-Ball, Kim, has issued a challenge directly against Chuck Manny. So the saltwater war will begin on April 1st. But 8-Ball Sport Fishing out of Point Pleasant can take you out there to chase most of these fish in the contest. They are booking for 2026. Captain Dom's extremely flexible. He even does after-work trips for stripers on mini rods. So call 8-Ball to book your 2026 six-pack charter.
Do you think there's any chance in the future that, like, the Mayhem Club and the season-long contest gets so big that we have, like, a female division too? And, like, I know we talked about, like, like a youth division.
That's something my wife had asked me, because my wife's in it, and she came with me the other day sucker fishing, back to the sucker fishing. She was after sucker fish. So she's actually trying to do this, and she's like asking about other places to go. So yeah, my wife's actually into it. I know your wife's in there, but she's busy with an infant, a couple other girls. But there's not as many wives in it as I thought there would be. But you should get in it because I would love to see a woman's division, or I'd love to see a woman beat the men and come in there. That'd be even cooler.
I kind of, like, after I said it, I kind of thought about it, and then I kind of, like, defeated the purpose of, like, what we were talking about. Kind of. Now I don't want a women's division. They should be able to compete in the men's division, and they'll do just fine.
One thing I think, and I might be wrong, but this is my thing. If you're going to try to just do the multi-species contest alone by yourself, like a lone wolf, I don't think you have that good of a chance. You have to kind of like branch out with other people. This guy will take you to get this, and you'll take him to get that. There's certain species that you just never fished for. There's other people that are willing to help if you'll share something with them. We did a lot of stuff in groups and went after. It is a contest, but we're not there to kill each other. We're all still there fishing, and whoever catches it catches it. But it doesn't hurt to be teamed up with other people in the contest hunting these fish down.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to personal preference, right? I mean, some people
it's fun. The worst thing in the world is when you have someone on your boat that's not in the competition and they catch a contest. That's horrible. I hate it's not happening again.
Oh, yeah, Jen Wong screwed me last year.
Well, Jen Wong's in the contest now. Well, if he wasn't, he's not invited. He's banned because I'm not taking non-entry. Also, I am doing the football boxes like we have done every year, but they're going to go out to Mayhem members first. So if you're a member of Mayhem,
the club, not
if you're a member
Facebook
of the
page,
fishing club, you're going to get the first dibs at Super Bowl boxes. If there are any left over, I will pass them out to the Facebook group, but I doubt there'll be any left over. So, things like that, exclusive activities that I do, first preference are always going to go to club members from this moment on, because that's just my new attitude that I'm having now.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. The Facebook page is like the Facebook page. It's really nothing. The club is, what we should all be trying to grow here, because with the club fees going all 100% back into the club stuff, it can be so much more than just a stupid Facebook page.
Well, yeah, and like last year, Kevin had the mini walleye hybrid contest for the 1 week, and that was fun as hell. Everybody was out basically on 2 lakes, all communicating in group chats. It was just fun. Then the bass one was kind of the same thing. Everyone was out bass fishing for the 3 days. So, I mean, even if you're not interested in that insane multi-species whole year-long thing, there's a ton of mini. There's already an opening day trout contest for the longest 3 rainbow trout caught on opening day trout season. And that's
we
free
got all kinds of stuff, a gift certificate.
There's all kinds of stuff.
And there's going to be stuff keep coming in. The problem is we don't want to announce something specific and then not actually have it. So like we're trying to get bigger prizes all the time. You know, and if anyone listening to this has a company, like we will take anything, you know, it obviously in exchange for the promotion and advertisement you get from being a part of this for the entire season.
Yeah, Kevin puts the names on the standings. He puts them on the web. We're going to get them on the website. He puts them on everything. Even the football boxes are going to have all the sponsors of Mayhem around the rim. So they go on everything. Who's the podcast guest for next week?
Next week we got I'm just going to use his internet name because I think that's how everyone knows him, DCam.
It's DCam. Okay, DCam, the well-known muskie fisherman from New Jersey. Everyone knows DCam.
And Pike.
And Pike, too. I think he actually started with Pike first. I remember seeing the Pike videos first. Very well-known content creator from New Jersey. His real name, I know his real name. It's David Parks. So that'll be really cool. Next week, live DCam. Make sure you follow this channel to see Mr. David Parks DCam come live. Chris, I am done for tonight. For anyone going ice fishing, be careful out there. Wait towards more the end of the week to guarantee everything's pretty good.
Well, yeah, don't assume that the ice is good, especially with all this snow on top of it. Even if it was good, just don't assume anything. Check the ice, but there is plenty of good ice if you're willing to check it and be safe about it. But yeah, be careful and enjoy it. Turn those fish into Mayhem. If you're still not in the Mayhem Club,
join Mayhem.
I don't know what else to tell you.
If you have questions about Mayhem, you could personally message Joe Santiago on Facebook, and I will help you. Chris will do the same, or Kevin. You could message Fast Eddie. You can message anyone. Anyone will help you. Bob Darling, anyone.
Drop a comment somewhere, anything. Just say something. There's videos showing you how to get on there, how to sign up.
There actually is a DM in the Facebook podcast messages right now of someone looking for help. So you could go help them out right now. I'm going to go play Xbox. That's it for me.
As long as everyone who has interest in this knows it exists and understands how to join it, I'll be happy. I'm not interested in convincing people to join in this. Really,
only lead them to water. You can't make them drink.
I only want to make sure that there's a total understanding of what this is and what it's growing into and what we hope it grows into, and that anyone interested becomes a part of it and doesn't wait. That's all.
Fast Eddie Edward Payne on Facebook. If you need help, he can help you. Anyone, even just by simply putting a post in the Mayhem Facebook group, someone will help you. And also try to get the words out to your friend. Like I said, you don't want non-people on your boat because if they catch the fish, it's just terrible. So you want most of your friends to join too.
Tell your friends, anyone that you think might be interested, even if you're not sure and you're kind of interested, join up. The bigger it gets, the better it gets. It's 100% that comes in, goes back out. It's completely, totally correlated, relative. That's it. You gotta help grow it bigger if you want it to be bigger. You can't sit back and wait and think, well, maybe I'll join if it gets big enough that the prizes get bigger. I mean, just dumb, but
it is. We will be back next week with DCam.
Suffer for the fish.